welcome to the workshop today. Today we will be discussing childhood obesity and helping each other to come up with ways and discuss topics to help our children to live a better life and to live a healthier life, which I think is very important. Let's see. So let's start off by talking about risks of childhood obesity. There are many risks involved in this. Many health risks, including high blood pressure, high cholesterol, cardiovascular disease, breathing problems, diabetes, sleep apnea, as well as many more, including depression and other mental health diseases, which is a totally separate and different topic on its own. Alright. And how do we prevent this from even happening? Or how can we help resolve this problem of childhood obesity? Some ideas are daily exercise. And what are examples of what your children like to do? We'll take some questions. Then also proper nutrition. Diet is a huge factor in this. Most of America is known for fast food and just eating poorly in general. And it doesn't help that television. All they show are commercials for fast food, and that influences our children negatively. Proper amount of sleep is also a huge part of it as well. They need to rest their body and give their body enough rest to be fully healthy. And also we need to educate our children personally to help them understand the importance of this. And if they understand that, then they'll be more motivated to make changes in their lives on their own and not just as parents helping them. Even though I would say it's the parent's responsibility to do all of these things, but also to pass on the information to them so that they'll eventually be able to make decisions and change their lives on their own. Here's some helpful tips for you parents. So it may be challenging to approach your child about obesity, and I know that this may be a touchy subject and it may be a little tough to approach them at first, if they are obese, and it's a touchy subject for sure. And so just being able to have that good communication with your child and the comfortability to talk to them and get all the information that we need to get out to them is very key. So good communication is very important. Never be afraid to talk to your child. If that's something that's holding you back, then that's definitely something you need to overcome, because it is more important to talk to them about that, to get it out and figure it out together. Let's see. Focus on good health, not a certain weight goal. So I think that this is very important as well. You may set goals for them to be a certain weight, but as your child grows, they're going to grow into their body, and so their weight's going to change, varying on age and certain factors. So I think just focusing more on living a healthy life and living a good lifestyle is more important, and the weight goal will just take care of itself. Whatever is healthy for their body frame, how tall or short they are, that'll take care of itself. So just focusing on a good, healthy lifestyle for your child should be the goal, and not specifically a certain weight that you need to meet. So no weekly weigh-ins or things like that is necessary in this specifically. So establish daily meal and snack times. This is important too. When I feel like lots of kids feel like they can go to the cabinet or get snacks whenever they please, get a cookie, get a Twinkie, whatever it may be, whenever they feel like it. So I feel like talking to your children, again, this comes into good communication, and setting a specific time for each meal and snack time, maybe coming home from school, which is in between lunch and dinner, that they could have a snack or so to hold them over until dinner time. So this is also a very important thing to establish with your child. Plan sensible portions. Don't over portion your child, obviously. Whatever you feel like is a good amount, then I would stick to that and just be consistent with that also. A big thing nowadays is reducing screen time. A lot of children are not active because of technology, video games, iPhones, you name it, whatever it may be. This is important to set a time, specific times where they can go on their phone, go on there, play their video games, maybe half hour, whatever you decide as the parent, to set aside and say this specifically is the time that you are permitted to have screen time. And I think that is a very important thing to have. And also set aside specific outside time. So they can have some indoor time and they can have some outdoor time, and specifically use this time for physical activity, whatever it may be, playing with the children in the neighborhood, jumping on the trampoline, kicking around the soccer ball, playing basketball, whatever your child enjoys doing, but specifically have them go outside and enjoy nature, go for a walk, and just become more active in that way. Alright, and so now we're going to open it up to any questions or ideas. What do you parents like out of this presentation, or what are some ideas that you found helpful raising your child, and ideas that are helpful with maintaining the health of your child?